In the game of the toucan, you either win or you... well, don't win. There is no middle ground. Like any game, there are rules meant to keep things interesting. But like any game, there are ways to cheat and get ahead. Now that Penultimo has the toucan, things are going to become much more difficult. But in the end, we can always pay to win.
Presidente, they are out to get me. Everyone. Since I touched the toucan, I feel I have a target painted on my forehead. In fact, someone did in fact paint a target on my forehead. I suspect Veronica Veneno.
Help me, Presidente, you're my only hope, and I have been most faithful advisor to you since the time immemorial. Protect Penultimo until he manages to hide the token. Keep Penultimo's health above 0 HP.
Presidente, they are out to get me. Everyone. Since I touched the toucan, I feel...
Hola, people! There are some industrialists out there spreading lies, saying that if we do not get off the beach and go straight to the factory, we will die poor. Well, I can tell them that it's a blatant lie. The more people...
My brilliance has blossomed once again, Presidente. I have a perfect solution to our problems. I will impersonate a woman and talk to me in the past. I will use my feminine ways to manipulate my former self into getting the toucan and keeping it safe.
My former self is good for the lady, so there's no problem at all. In the end, I will get the toucan back.
Penultimo's plan is so stupid that it threatens the very fabric of reality. As the universe tends to maintain its equilibrium, it will inevitably try to kill him in the most absurd manner.
And we knew this was going to happen sooner. Unfortunately, we already committed our resources to free to play, and we will have to protect your imbecile advisor no matter what threatens him.
Presidente, I have heard some troubling rumors about pesky rebels handing out leaflets around the island.
Tropico Radio Presidente, and whenever commits a crime betraying you without someone from abroad being caught, and you can't tolerate the spread of leafers, and the rebels that committed this crime must be shot on sight. Build 3 guard towers.
We've discovered the mineral oil, which can be processed into gasoline. The cars in Tropico no longer need to run on magic. Our profits are guaranteed until someone starts selling oil cheaper than us. Then we should bomb and invade them.
Mr. President, Penultimo managed to get himself concussed. It is unclear how he managed that. Apparently he lost a bet against himself and had to do something stupid he once saw on TV.
So you were West Virginia and I don't come for nothing, but now we are actually trying to protect him rather than the egg on him and they pose a problem. Penultimo managed to get his award for 20 and it's 28 HP for his own stupidity.
Presidente, they are Presidente, the rebels have now nowhere to hide. I am watching out for rebels even as I sleep by keeping both eyes open. Being a rebel is extremely expensive these days. At least, that is what the reports from our infiltrator indicate.
The rebels seem to be funding their activities by selling resources on the black market, and we can buy them by exporting or more at lower prices and make diffusion that the crime doesn't pay. Export 5,000 pineapples.
Presidente, remember that show where we wanted to execute whoever was responsible because of the things they said about you? Well, now we have a solution. Every show is to have an executive, or a person we can execute if we don't like what is in the show. That way, everything will be much neater. Oh, Presidente, I don't feel well. I think I got the uncommon cold. This is a very serious disease that even gems can't heal. I am doomed.
To all my fellow Tropicans affected by the electrical shortages that seem to be plaguing Tropico at the moment, hey, don't be so gloomy. I'm sure you can find lots of fun things to do in the dark. I know I can.
Presidente, now that I require protection, I have directed my attention to the island economy. It appears we have huge, untapped resources. We should tap them.
Sabes have recently and me selected circles in the floor about building, and those went there before I'm sure, and selected circle signs about buildings will give you free money, and it can be annoying. But hey, it's free, such as the free-to-play power.
Try the new antidepressant from Tropico Chem, the company that puts you ahead of profit. I used to be a sad and miserable person, but not anymore. Thanks to Chirinax, I can now smile and laugh.
Mr. President, Penultimo has been hurt. Reading through the Necrocapitalisticon, the definitive guide for black magic economy tricks, I found a way to heal him, but it will cost us.
Apparently James had the answer, and I don't know why, but it turns out that accomplished something in free-to-play, and we have to pay with our hard-earned real-life cash and have online friends, whatever that means, or buy complete quests, and I think the last point is outdated, since there are no dragons around to slay. And you can use gems to heal Penultimo. You get 7 free gems.
Being a rebel
Penultimo.
Presidente, they are out to get me.
Penultimo's plan is
Being a rebel is We tried to discover democracy, but it proved extremely difficult. Building a true democracy is like chasing a unicorn. Everybody has heard of them, but no one has ever seen one. We captured a whole herd of unicorns, but not a glimpse of democracy anywhere to be found. However, Being a rebel is
Penultimate.
Presidente. They are...
Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the Necrocapitalisticon to heal Penultimo. Just say the word, and the ritual may begin. Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the Necrocapitalisticon to heal Penultimo. Just say the word, and the ritual may begin. Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the Necrocapitalisticon to heal Penultimo. Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the Necrocapitalisticon to heal Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the Necrocapitalisticon to heal Penultimo. Just say the word, and the ritual may begin. Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane Mr. President, I'm ready to Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the Necrocapitalisticon to heal Penultimo. Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the Necrocapitalisticon. Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the Necrocapitalisticon to heal Penultimo.
Great giant tropical spiders, Presidente. We have a crisis, and we have to act fast.
Both tactics como the rebels have managed to defend Oleopora, and they are becoming more aggravated by each passing. We should do something about the other attack. Expect a large rebel operation against your regiment unless the rebel threat decreases.
Ay, caramba! Ay, caramba! Greetings.
Presidente? Good day.
Presidente, you have to help me. I'm being chased day and night by a guy who keeps hitting me with a spoon.
He says foreign's not sure of it, and when gems are involved, the rules of the game watch and say, what kind of a sick man would you think about killing someone with a spoon? Anyways, very much, and I don't know how many attacks I can survive. Please do something. Pero no tengo los tubos people más until the stars is resolved.
I had a really good time last night. Too good, maybe. I now have a tattoo. It says, Fernando. Who is Fernando? I would really like to know, but... Ay, ay, ay! One drink too many. Luckily, El Presidente, in his everlasting quest to improve lives, has promised us that nothing will go unseen or unrecorded from now on.
Ay, caramba. How can I help?
Mr. President, I'm ready to use the Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the Necrocapitalisticon to heal Penultimo. Just say the word, and the ritual may begin.
Presidente, we discovered the best thing since... probably the best thing ever!
Old boy, we are getting behind the times. We should be social now. This means we should take photographs of our lunch and show them to people. The hard part is finding people to whom you can show your lunch.
Apparently being annoying and doing that will make you viral, and then you get a free James. Unfortunately, it's not as easy as it sounds and will require a lot of action on our side. Complete the delegation to become viral.
Presidente, even the bravest hero cannot complete his epic quest alone. He needs a fellowship of trusty friends on which to rely. That's why I need to invite a friend to share my exciting adventure and get free gems as a reward.
Hacer ganan más requires the companion hero can get another 5 better. Veronica, Commander Vasquez, or a member of your own dynasty. Remember, we should invite someone because if we do, we'll get free gems.
I would gladly give my life for the cause of portraying our heroes, our glorious freedom fighters, the unsung heroes of the revolution. The heroes like you and me, Presidente.
The only way I agree to accompany Penultima's adventure is to have a real saga written for our cause, and if you those capital space rather demand money to further our cause, money they should have, and when a glorious revolution comes from the squiddy riders, will be among the first to fight against the wall.
Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the Necrocapitalisticon to heal Penultimo. Just say the word, and the ritual may begin.
The U.S. want to stash some of their missiles here in Tropico. The U.S. want to...
Rebels! The dirty vermin are everywhere! They are after the toucan, my former self, and my cereal. Presidente, Tropicans await elections next year. They wish to show their everlasting love and respect for you. They may have used different words, but that does not matter.
A commoner knocked at my door yesterday, asking if I had a moment to talk about Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior.
Teresita Blanco said it got me thinking what other testimonies or devotion is more veracious than a religious happening. A religious fashion promise to say, feasting grace in your favor if you manage to reach a more pious status of religious happiness.
Those upshot Yankees are getting on my nerves, old chap. They violate the English language in ways I haven't seen, even in the Bible.
Good day.
Good evening.
Greetings.
Hola.
At your service.
Good evening.
We conducted thorough testing to identify the preferences of those strange species inhabiting foreign countries and found out some amazing facts. Did you know how to entertain a foreigner for an entire day? Put him in a round room and tell him there's a croissant in the corner. The valuable information we have collected will allow us to communicate with these simple-minded creatures. This other penultimo guy, what a goof. He bought it. He thinks I am his soulmate. He is ready to do anything for me. Some people are just so stupid. Now, all that remains is for me to stay alive for a few more years. Breathe, penultimo. Breathe!
Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the Necrocapitalisticon. Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the Necrocapitalisticon to heal Penultimo. Just say the word, and the ritual may begin. Gems are on sale, Mr. President. Buy some, then buy some more. Spend all your money. You won't regret it.
A compound motion is unable for limited time due to the particular alignment of the planets in stock market. Insurance could buy as many gains as possible with 50% discount now. And like compound motion, this one is not an evil plan to make you spend even more money on things you don't need, honestly.
We have an opportunity to influence the outcome of coming elections. Strictly speaking, this is not considered exactly legal, but I guarantee that no one will find out. The operation was a huge success. Oh, now it is time for my favorite part.
No se me because more amazing I show your leadership like some witch hunt. I am your presidente. How can I wish I can send the others to execute or banish those rebels and then the fire you can write?
It seems I keep underestimating your capabilities.
At your service.
Mr. President, everything can be bought, so we can use the so-called pay-to-win strategy to get gems. Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the Necrocapitalisticon to heal Penultimo. Mr. President, I'm ready Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the Necrocapitalisticon.
The election results are in. Let me be the first to congratulate you, Presidente.
Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the Necrocapitalisticon to heal Penultimo. Just say the word, and the ritual may begin. Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the Necrocapitalisticon to heal. Mr. President, the Necrocapitalisticon holds secret.
Presidente, we discovered flight. It's just like falling, but backwards. I can't believe no one thought of it before. Then we discovered landing. It's just like splatting, but it hurts less.
Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the Necrocapitalisticon. Penultimo's plan is so stupid that it threatens.
Presidente, gems are an
Mr. President, Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the Necrocapitalisticon to heal. Mr. President, you shouldn't fear using the Necrocapitalisticon to save Operation Free-to-Play. Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the
Greetings. How can I help? Greetings.
Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the Necrocapitalisticon to heal Penultimo. Mr. President, I'm ready to use the... Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane... Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the Necrocapitalisticon to heal Penultimo. Just say that...
great giant tropical spiders, Presidente. We have a crisis, and we have to act fast. Presidente, I'm shaking. The earthquake is over. We made it. I am now going to rethink my life and the choices I have made. Presidente, we have done nothing productive since our last research project. We almost started a war, and we killed a llama. See, it works. If you do something bad, tell everybody about it, and then say that you killed a llama. Everyone just asks why you killed the llama. Now we can do all sorts of bad things with no consequences.
Mr. President, I'm ready to use Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane. Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the Necrocapitalisticon to heal Penultimo. Mr. President, I'm ready to use Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the Necrocapitalisticon to heal Penultimo. Just say the...
I say, Presidente, old fruit, you may not know this, but diplomacy is a game of chess. Literally. There's a big chess board at the UN, and whoever wins gets to set the global political trends for that month.
Unfortunately, Tropico seems to complete all the chess players, well, at least the good ones. And we're serious about dominating this business. We have to build ourselves an electronic Kasparov, and you get to construct a starter shop, and I will run up and teach you the machine how to play chess.
Presidente, as you know, it is your will alone that keeps Tropico together. Without you, the entire island would crumble to dust and be lost forever.
During a nice family gathering, I heard a dispute between two of your dynasty members. Camila Blanco stated that the toucan should be made a mascot of tropical nation, and Valesca disagreed, saying that only the llama has the wisdom and grace to be a symbol of tropical.
I say...
Presidente, you have to help me. I'm being chased day and...
Something is wrong with the world, old chap. I am used to Tropico being a nonentity in world politics and having a reasonably calm and easy job. Suddenly, everyone is interested in Tropico, and for what? Some toucan!
Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the Necrocapitalisticon to heal. Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the Mr. President, I'm ready to use Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the Necrocapitalisticon to heal. Mr. President, I'm ready. Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the Necrocapital. Mr. President, Mr. President, I'm ready to. Mr. President, Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the Necrocapitalisticon to heal Penultimo. Just say the word, and the ritual may begin. Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas. Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane. Mr. President, Mr. President, I'm ready to use the. Mr. President, Mr. President, I'm ready to use the arcane formulas in the Necrocapitalistic.
Ah, I miss the jolly old days.
Disaster, Presidente. My former self found us out. Maybe I shouldn't have been shaving during our conversation.
Alexa.
He was done as a result, and refused to hand over the token. And why does everything go wrong when I make the plans?